many ways is going to save the utility token, because you can bundle ETFs, you can basket them, you can structure them in a variety of amazing ways, and you're going to be able to have various different series of credit rating and collateralization built on top of this whole first wave of tokens. So it's going to be very interesting.
I agree with you 100%. You're going to have, some people have called it a bundling process, I mean, or basketizing. I'm no genius, but I saw this evolution a couple of years ago just because I thought that it's like a waterfall effect. It's a maturing of a market. And actually somebody's now written a paper on it. The guys at AirSwap in New York wrote a paper on the two-token waterfall, which is this evolution to taking the ICO. If it's a bad company, it's not going to survive. I mean, it's just like a bad stock that was issued. I mean, there are zombie stocks on every exchange in the world. Companies get delisted all the time. It's going to be an ICO that's going to die a slow death. But there are good representations out there, and I think the evolution is creating the ETF, which has not been regulated yet, but the bundling of other corporations that will become representative of different industries. I mean, if you look at your telephone, there are 65 different metals, just metals, inside your telephone. Some of them are micro, but you can actually bundle that into a product that's saleable, representing the digitization, the smartphone, metal bundle. You can do the same thing with ICOs, and it's an evolutionary process, I believe.
I think, yeah, I think we're all here to save the day now, so that's all good. No, but I think what's interesting was the ICO. Most of the initial ICOs, from my perspective, was you weren't investing into a company, and the company wasn't meant to make money. This was owning the system and giving the ownership back to the users, and then you had to have the users. So, I personally only invested into exchange tokens that were going to be used on the exchange, because I just thought there's a business, they're going to make a use case, it's guaranteed. It's just a matter if it's going to work or not. And then, they've actually been a subset of the ICOs that are working, because you weren't waiting 2 years to see if the protocol was going to open or not, and it was integrated. So that's where I think the connection to the STO and the ICO is we start to see, and you'll see these companies changing, the ones that survive. AirSwap was a decentralized exchange for trading ICOs. We're friendly with some of the founders, and I think they're trying to do real estate security tokens now. So, so it's there's a lot of interesting stuff, and I think the good teams that even have the ICOs that have been pounded, they'll probably reinvent themselves, and maybe there's some hope or tie it into some STOs. Someone who's actually done an ICO.
I think projects will just have to justify what the utility is, and also for users, does that utility actually matter to you? So let's say, I think for Ethereum, it's a very clear use case, like what you can use your Ether for. You can say, yeah, I can use my Ether for investing in ICOs, and that is real utility. And, you can say, oh, you can run some applications, which I guess some people do. But the reality is, I think a lot of the others will have to, work super hard, including ourselves, to justify the utility of the actual platform. And I think what you'll basically see is consolidation over the next few months.